PCS Nation family. We are Friday night out the window. Live from the PCS Nation studios on the outskirts of Blue, New York City. It's about to get our ass kicked by a bomb cyclone coming down from the witch's tits up in Canada somewhere. We're about to get smashed, but not yet. We're going to get a hot half hour in before the blizzard hits. I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Mary Ann Loris here. Queen Linda's out there somewhere. And we see Judy Conio. Don't know if I recognize that name. Looks like we might have a newbie here. Everybody say hi to Judy. And I'm back. I haven't been on since, I think, last Friday, right? Does that sound right? Linda will remind me when she calls. So I've just been sick, and that's it. And I wasn't feeling up to it, and I wouldn't have sounded good because I was sick. So I didn't do it. And you know what? I was just sick. Not any specific kind of sick. Not any politically apropos sick. I was sick. And now I feel better. So I'm doing this. I'm not great. I'm coming along. But I was just sick. I had a cold. I didn't even have the flu. It wasn't even that bad. Was it a little different than any other cold I ever had before? Yes, it was a little different than any other cold I ever had before. I could specifically tell you some of the things, but it'd be kind of gross if I did. It was a little different. But you know what? I was sick, and now I'm better. And that's it. And I didn't participate in this thing, and I haven't participated in it in any way that I didn't absolutely have to for 2 years now. And now I'm okay, and I'm back out the window with you guys. That's my whole story. Linda, Queen Linda.
Hi.
I was sick.
Yeah, I know. I've missed talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, I got your phone number. I could call you anytime I want.
Well, that's true too, but we don't do that though. We just do this.
Yeah, we're not really phone people except for tonight.
I hate talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone so much. And I'm sitting here with 3 phones in front of me, 2 live ones and a dead one, and I juggle phones all day long. I hate talking on the phone. I broke up with a girl one time, badly, because she couldn't understand that I didn't like talking on the phone.
Huh.
And it wasn't, I never said that I wouldn't. I didn't like to. And she was the kind of woman that would be with me, so that explains a lot about her. But she was really kind of persistent about it. Like, it was like she was putting me to the test, not just like having a discussion about it. And it was bad. It was like, but that's how much I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah. It's like either talk on the phone or I'm breaking up with you. And you...
That's what it was like.
And you were like, okay, see ya.
I got ambushed at my apartment. Didn't know she was coming. Knocked on the door. Threw it out. It was bad. I'm not going to get it. It was like 10, 12 years ago. I doubt this person is listening or is a fan of PCS Nation in any of our flavors. So, but it's still, let's not talk about it.
No, you're a different person now.
I am a different person. I'm a way different person now. I'm a different person every fucking day.
I know.
I never know who I'm going to be when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, me neither.
Deborah Patera just said...
I think the last time we did this was on a Monday, wasn't it?
Was it that long ago? Couldn't have been.
Because that was the week that then you had to change your dinner date.
That's right. No, we did it.
And then you said, "Oh, well, we'll skip Wednesday, but we'll do Thursday and Friday."
We did Thursday, so we did Thursday. We didn't do Friday.
Yeah, but we didn't do either one.
We didn't do Thursday?
I don't think so. I don't think we did either one.
It's been a long time. I think you were
already feeling kind of sick.
And you missed me, right?
Yeah.
All right, I missed you too.
So, anyway.
Deborah Terra just said, Captain Calamity was in Pittsburgh and a bridge fell down.
Yeah, Captain Calamity, that's a good one.
How cynical and gross is it that just made me do that raised eyebrow thing? Like, oh, come on, guys, really? You're like knocking bridges down for a visual aid? For your speech about your infrastructure? It's getting a little carried away. Am I way off on this? Just like, you think these things now. It's like, it's just every day. That's the automatic thing. You just think the craziest shit that you never would have thought of 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And instantly, I'm like, as soon as I heard the bridge crashed and that the bridge fell and he was going to be there, that was the first thing I thought of.
I think that's the first thing everybody thought of.
And that's not good. That's not healthy.
No. We are so cynical, but we have to be because the strangest crap happens. It's like we have to be cynical.
I guess. I don't like it.
I know.
It makes me unhappy.
But I don't want to be taken by surprise either, so
that's true. Oh, what was I just going to tell you? Something we were just talking about before. Oh, yeah, we're getting... What? Go ahead.
Is your downstairs neighbor playing his music
again?
'Cause I can hear it.
Yeah, it's not even that loud. You know what? It's getting a little annoying. Like, I hate to be that dick that goes and says something to the landlord, because that never goes away once that's out there. And it's also a demographically hard situation for me as being the entire white population of the neighborhood, and particularly of the house. Like, there's nobody in this house that speaks English except for the landlord's kid, and he's not here. So it's tough for me. Anyway, it's like, and again, but even more than that, I just don't like, whatever. I can sleep through some shit like that, but it was getting loud the last couple of nights, and it was getting a little out of control. So I don't know. I think I might have to say something. It's not too bad right now. I got the microphone on. That's what it is now. Like, we're picking everything up so you can hear all that. But we're gonna get smashed with some weather over here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I know it's funny that, like, I don't have such a local audience. I know there's a few people in the New York area. But if you're out there, just, man, be aware of what's going on, because this is looking like it's gonna get ugly. We're talking about not even opening the store tomorrow already, planning on that from now. So we're supposed to get, and guys people are going to laugh at me, like you, or people like in Minnesota or somewhere where, like, you get 3 feet of snow and it's not a big deal. We're going to get like at least a foot of snow here. And it's like one of those storms it's a nor'easter. They call it this bomb cyclone. It's a nor'easter. They've been calling that like that for centuries. And it's a unique, smallish hurricane sort of storm that's unique to this area in the Northeast. And it's a storm that comes down out of the Northeast, and they just call it a nor'easter. But it's supposed to be like 60, 70 mile an hour peak winds, massive snow. They're saying we're getting a foot. There's some places, they're saying in Boston they're going to get like 4 feet of snow. That's a shitload of snow. I mean, that's a lot of snow anywhere.
Yes.
But like, if we get a foot and a half of snow, 2 feet of snow here, like, we shut down. It's not like, I know it's not like that, like where a lot of you folks live, like where you are. It's probably not like that, but it's a big deal here.
Yeah, we shut down when there's that much. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of, whatever. I do my thing. I'll just end up being stuck home all day, and we'll just have fun and think of dumb shit to do. It'll be like a day off. I'm not used to those. But
so, hey, is Joe Biden coming to New York next week?
He's coming Thursday. That fucking dummy.
What's he gonna do there? I mean,
he's supposed to meet with Eric Adams, the new mayor of New York City.
Oh, jeez.
And which is just whatever. This is his whole the rebrand. This is the whole reboot of the Joe Biden administration, where he's going to get out there and be with the people. It's part of that. The problem, and it's a stupid thing, and it's like, whatever. We could all just, like, it's not really going to affect me where I am, like, but like the city's just going to be tied up, and it's going to be a nightmare. The thing is, though, he's coming right on the heels of these 2 cops just getting shot, and they just had the funeral for the one today. They're having another one for the one next week. Tomorrow they're having the funeral for this guy. They had I guess it was the wake today and the funeral tomorrow. February they're having, I don't know why February's in a couple of days. But for the other cop that got shot, he's coming into New York right now in the middle of this mess to talk with this new mayor, who people are just like starting to already have doubts about how moderate he is in relative to what he ran on and relative to how he's acting. The attorney general in New York with the bail reform stuff and the not prosecuting anything less than like murder or stupid violent crime like that. There was a kid that was out on bond today, a 15-year-old kid. I might have this wrong, some of the numbers. I heard it kind of quick in passing. A 15-year-old kid who was out on bond from he shot a cop in the leg. He didn't kill him. He didn't even hurt him that bad, but he shot a cop in the leg. And he was out on bond that day. You
Wow.
gotta be kidding me. And this
Yeah.
buffoon is gonna come here to New York, and he's gonna talk about guns, and just guns, and you gotta get rid of guns. And that's not the problem. The problem is that you're creating this situation. The policies of these governors and these mayors in the blue states are creating this massive crime wave that's popping up everywhere now. These two cops that got shot, they had to wake today, and the wife of the one who was dead did the eulogy up on the pulpit in St. Patrick's Cathedral. And she was like, you better hear us. You
Yeah.
better hear us. This is, she was, she held herself together, much respect. The video's out there. I guess it's all over the place, actually, if you want to hear it. But she spoke out, and it wasn't good. She was talking right to Adams, and she was talking right to Biden. You better hear us. It's just like along those lines. This is not okay, and this is the problem. It's not the things you say, and it's not the things you're working on and saying are the problems. This is what the problem is. That you're letting this crime happen. And it's a year. Like a year ago, it wasn't like this. It's not like, gee, I wonder what's different. There's one thing that's different, and everybody knows it. Everybody.
Yeah, it's just the mindset of the way it is now compared to the way it was a year ago or 4 years ago or whatever you want to say. But even in the city of Milwaukee, there have been 3 cops shot in like the past 2 days.
Yeah. There was
going
in
crazy.
Texas. There was like 13 cops in the past week or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like a record number already for this time of the year. Like for the first, we're already like ahead of the record for January.
Yeah.
That's awful. And it's because of people, and it's coming back to this whole George Soros thing, funding and planting district attorneys and state's attorneys all over the country. And you know what? Who knows? That's just what they tell us. I don't know this guy. I don't know anything about him. I think I even went through this all before, how I was like, I got to learn more about this guy, and I never went and did it because I'm a putz like that, and I just get distracted too easily. But this is coming back to that. This is coming back to your Cory Bush, or these idiots out in Oregon, in Washington, in the summer of love, that whole attitude, that whole defund the police, all of that marching along.
Yeah.
This is a manifestation of that. This is what you get. This is what y'all voted for, and this is what happens with those policies. Here you go. It's not. I don't have to tell you about it. You can go on YouTube and see it.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you do that. Cause and effect. Look at it. There it is. I don't know what the answer is, right? Of course not.
No. Because you just make the questions
I
worse.
just make the questions worse.
Yeah.
I suck like that.
Yeah.
But like this whole thing with him coming to the city, man, it's if he comes in here, I was almost just said something awful. If he comes in here and starts going off about gun control and stuff like that, they're gonna tear him apart. He's gonna get booed.
Yeah.
This is a city that's not happy about that, and they're not happy about a lot of things. I haven't been in the city except for falling asleep on the train and ending up there, and then having to turn around. I haven't intentionally gone to New York City in probably 4 years now.
Uh-huh.
And the only time I went before that was to go to my kid's track meet, because like the mecca of indoor track and field in America is at the New Balance Track and Field Center at the Armory in Fort Washington, New York, which is like the upper west side of New York. And that's the only thing. And I would take the train down, get off in Grand Central. I would hop on a subway that took me right up to 168th Street, get off the subway, up the stairs, half a block, and I was in the Armory. So like I was never really in New York City during all of that stuff. And it's kind of funny because I was contemplating the possibility of going into the city tomorrow you guys are going to laugh, but you know what? I'm going to say it anyway, because like I listen to people talk about sports all the time, and this is my shit, track and field. The Milrose Games is tomorrow, which is a big thing. Like, do you know what the Milrose Games is, Queen?
No.
You don't? Really? All right. It's not like the Super Bowl of track and field. It's like a champion thing, but it's like maybe like the Rose Bowl of track and field. Like, it's an iconic meet. It's been run for 114 years, and it's like a big deal. And there was a couple of cool things that were going to happen at it, or hopefully there's a couple of people there, and there's a bunch of people who are competing in the meet that were high school kids that I saw competing when my son was running. My son missed it was this was a heartbreaker for him. He missed qualifying for the Millrose High School Boys Mile by 0.2 of a second. He was like the last cut, the first one that just didn't make it into the field, and that's like a big thing. So that was rough for him. But anyway, I'm way off the rails now. But like, I don't even go into the city because it's just a disgusting place, and I still, even though I just don't want him here. Like, it's going to be the disgustingness is going to come further up north and like engulf us up here. I don't know. I'm being silly now. I just don't want him here. But what are we going to do? I can't stop it, right? I'm certainly not going down there. I would have gone for the Millrose games, but I wouldn't go to see Joe Biden.
Okay.
But he's going to get booed, man. If he does, like I said, if he comes in about gun control and stuff like that and violating people's Second Amendment rights, he's going to get ripped.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't, even here in Blue New York.
Yeah.
This place is crazy. Here's the other thing too. And we were talking about this just before the show, about the videos that I sent you the link for this video. And if you could post this should actually, if you could, be a good time to post it. Give people a chance to watch it. If you haven't seen this, people, the videos of the illegal immigrants coming in on the airplanes in the middle of the night and landing in the airport and being taken off like all under secret and everything. You know what I'm talking about. I showed you the video, right, Linda?
Yeah, I got the video. I'm not going to be able to put it up while we're talking. I'll do it after.
No sweat. It's fine. But probably a lot of people have seen it. But like, there are these videos out there, and I don't know enough about them. Obviously they're being squashed and they're not being out there on the major networks. And the one I had that I sent Linda the link, and we're going to get that posted. It's in the middle of the night, and they're talking to people who are running this thing, who are like moving these people around. They didn't look like pilots. They looked more like they were probably bus drivers. You gotta watch the video. You gotta watch this video. It's a 1-minute video, and there's a longer one out there, but I hadn't found it yet. It's crazy shit. It's in the middle of the night, and the interviewer's talking to these people who are working with this operation to move these people around. And the people, they're not just saying no comment. They're answering back to the question saying, we were told to keep this all hush hush. These guys are idiots, first of all, and whoever hired them should be losing their fucking marbles right now. I'd be out of my mind if some guys I hired to keep something hush hush did it this way. You gotta see this video. Linda, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So these guys, like, they're asking them questions about, like, what's going on here? What are you guys doing? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? They're asking them all the right questions. And the guy's just saying, we really can't talk about that. We don't want to draw a lot of attention. We were told to keep this hush-hush. And we were told to try and not get the media. But they're just telling you everything you want to know by not saying the stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then to make it crazier still, if you watch the video, and you did, in the second half, they talked to two different guys. The first guy, they're just talking to him standing there next to an airplane. The second guy, they're talking to him, and in the background, you can see a hangar that has the name of the company on it. It's Ross Aviation, okay? Ross Aviation is at Westchester County Airport, and where those guys were standing and talking is like literally 5 miles away from where I'm sitting right now. So this shit all happened, like, if you see the buildings right there, right in the middle, the tall buildings with the red lights on the top, if you're at the airport, like on the observation deck, you see the other side of those buildings.
Wow.
That's where all this shit's going on.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And it's getting squashed. And people are trying to put it out. Like, people on Twitter are putting it out. Congressmen are putting it out. But the media is just not. They're just smushing it. You got to go look for this. The videos are, it's just crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then to have it happen right there just made it even more crazy.
Yeah. I think I saw, like, a day or so ago, and I think it was in maybe Phoenix or some southern city, and maybe Texas, someplace in Texas. Anyway, they were putting up black tarps all around something so that nobody could video stuff.
Oh.
It's like, why are they putting black tarps up? I mean, that's going to just make you think there's more going on behind that you can't see.
Yeah, and nobody's asking the questions.
No.
Nobody. It's not, like, you go on Newsmax, they're talking about it, and they're saying, why aren't they answering? Well, they don't get to ask the questions, so they're kind of out of it. But nobody's questioning this. Nobody's saying, if you're on the up and up, and you're not doing anything wrong, why are you doing it like this?
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you're
for
doing the
sure.
right thing here, why are you doing it in the middle of the night and having these buffoons out there, just like these goofball guys? I don't know what part of the operation they were, but just blowing your whole game. You got to hire better people. I mean, this is just awful.
Yeah.
Like on so many different levels, it's comical, but it's awful too. And the other thing that comes into play, and we talked about this going back a few months, Ben, you know what? Maybe half of you thought I was crazy, but I got the house right next door that's been sitting here abandoned for like probably almost a year now. And it's a big house, and it could probably house about 20 people, and it's 5 miles away from where those airplanes were.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping my eyes out. I'm actually keeping my fingers crossed because there's no way I could not get involved in documenting and observing that and bringing it to you and sharing it with you.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, if they start moving them into that house behind you, you're going to get some video, surreptitiously get video, or not surreptitiously, just walk out there with your phone and
absolutely.
get video.
I could do it right from the window here. I could tip it down. I'm going to blow the whole scene. Here we go. You're not going to see anything because it's dark, but
okay.
That's it right there. That's the corner of the house. The former presumptive, either Mary Maid's office or
Slash
very
brothel.
specific clientele brothel.
Yeah.
And it got abandoned in the middle of the night over a weekend, actually. There was probably like 20 people living in there. I'm guessing maybe more, maybe less. A bunch of cars, and they all just disappeared one weekend. And I was suspicious immediately because I'm a fucking nut. And I got the odd brain shit. And it's been a while, and like, forgot about it. And I didn't bring it up like constantly. I didn't make it like a big issue, but I always just kind of keep that house out of the corner of my eye. And now it's like, wow, this is like maybe even getting close and getting real.
Yeah, maybe.
Mary Gunny said there's always drones, but they want to ground the drones from Fox. Yeah, they won't let you fly. Well, you know what the thing is with something like drones? She's talking about like flying drones over the airport to see what's going on. And they were doing that for a while. One of the stations, and I think it was Fox, had gotten like the authorization to do that. But the thing about that is, it's just easy if they get the airport on board to say it's an aviation issue, it's a hazard, and you can't.
Yeah.
You know, you're within our airspace. You can't fly a drone, which makes perfect sense, and you really can't argue against it. So the drone thing. But somebody said something before, and I hate starting to tickle this thing because it ends up all over the place. Oh, Marianne Laura. I didn't read the whole thing, but let me just see if I got it right. The video of the airport and plane with illegals is from last August. The timestamp, the date timestamp is right on it, but I think they're still doing from what I've been seeing. I don't know. I mean, you 100% could be right. You probably know more about it than I do. I just saw the video in passing, and I got a little freaked out because it's like right. I could walk there from here if I had to, but like easily take a bus and be there in 10 minutes. Don't, Glenn. Don't do it, Glenn. No good could come of this. Queen Linda, talk me down.
Yeah, don't.
I shouldn't go there, right?
Don't walk to the airport.
I shouldn't. I know, but I could take a bus and be there in 10 minutes with the camera.
You could just do a drive-by.
You got to talk me out of it.
You don't have to get out of the bus.
You got to talk me out of this.
Drive by the airport.
This is a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Let's have a vote, like in the comments. Guys, I shouldn't go to this airport with a camera, right? Like, that's a terrible idea, right? Just vote, yes or no.
Vote yes, he should go to the airport with a camera, or no, he shouldn't go to the airport with a camera. I vote yes. Just get a drive-by.
Don't vote yes.
Oh, gosh. Hey,
man.
Speaking of drones,
Joe Biden. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you know, like, these truckers that are in Canada that are all going on a convoy to Ottawa?
Yeah.
Are their trucks full of stuff, or are they empty?
I have no idea. You know what? It's kind of like, it's a big thing. It's like a big deal, and it just kind of was off my radar. And I started noticing, I was on Twitter, and I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who tweeted about fuck all other people or something like that, talking about, oh, hey, are you not supposed to say certain things on Twitter? Because most people don't say those. And he was like, fuck most people. You remember the tweet I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He's Canadian, and he's been talking about that a lot. I followed him on Twitter. And so I don't know a lot about it. Like, if anybody does, like, we're not going to go too much longer, but if anybody does, get in the comments and educate me about it. I'd like to know what's going on. But it sounds pretty crazy. Yeah. So, no, I don't know if they're carrying. I can't believe they'd be carrying those because they can't be moving too fast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But because they were asking for somebody with a drone to take video of this, go above and show, these whole lines of trucks, because the media is not doing it. So they said, anybody that's got a drone that can get up above us, get some video of us or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, well, if they've all got full loads, then but I mean, that's kind of the point they're trying to make, is that, if they don't drive, you guys aren't going to get your stuff,
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought maybe you knew.
I don't. I just, like I said, I dropped the ball on this one, and it turned out to be it's turning out to be a pretty big deal. And Princess Justin of Ottawa is just like, he's like wringing his hands and stuff. Like, oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not. Meanwhile, there's like 150,000 tractor trailers heading to Ottawa right now. They're going to like circle the palace or something. I don't know. It just sounds crazy. It's like really blowing up. And I was like, you know what? When you get there, like hook a right and come down and just keep going. Go right to Washington.
Yeah.
Because that's the other half of the problem.
Right.
That'd be some crazy shit. Nancy Snow says if I need a driver to go up to White Plains Airport. Listen, are you in? Let's do it.
They're all saying yeah.
I knew they were all going to say yeah. Of course.
They all agree.
Let's get Glenn arrested. No, who cares, right? Let's get him locked up by the FBI, dragged in and beaten, and then disappeared. You're like, everybody's just going to be like Monday, like, hey, I thought I was supposed to be out the window at 7:30 tonight. Glenn's going to be like, I haven't heard from him in days. That's what's going to happen, and you guys are, and it's all your fault because you encouraged me. Not you specifically, but you did help too. You said yeah, but all you who voted yes, when all that happens that I just said, it was on you. Just so you know.
Yep.
All right. I think we're gonna bring it to a close tonight. We got a good 30 minutes in. I feel good, but I don't want to press my luck and start wearing out and getting off the rails like I did a couple minutes ago. I'm back though, and I'm happy, and I feel good, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad I got to spend some time with you guys. And I hope the feeling is mutual, because if it's not, you should tell me, and I won't do it anymore. I'll go talk to myself, or I'll talk to Queen Linda, because I know she likes me. All right? Fair enough?
Yep.
Get on PCS Nation on Substack. Subscribe to the website. It's $6 a month. It gives you full access to the website. All the archives, all the videos, all the morning reports. We've got to talk about the morning reports too, but I'll remember that at the end. Everything that goes on there, you visit it just like a regular website. If you want to get the free content, which is the same stuff that I post on Facebook, you can get it delivered directly to your email just by giving them your email address. It doesn't cost you anything. You want to subscribe to the full website, which you should do because it's way more fun. And the more people that do that, the more time I have to do this because I won't have to be slinging screws to little old ladies in suburbia anymore. Get over there and subscribe and get me out of my hardware nightmare. It's not a nightmare. I like working there. But you know what I'm saying. $6 a month. It's 21 cents a day. We have a yearly option for $60. Get over there. Join in the fun. Grab a month. It's $6, man. Go out to the bar tonight. You're going to tip the bartender that much. Take a month of G. See what you think. If you don't like it at the end, tell me to go fuck myself and I'm out. No obligation after that. But if you like it, you stick around and we can talk from there. And that's about it. Get on over there. PCSNation.substack.com. On Twitter, if you're on Twitter, follow us at, I apologize in advance, at PCS295555723. At PCS29555. You got to say it rhythmically. I can't remember how I did it because when I read it, I go PCS29. No, I get the PCS. Obviously, I remember that part. The numbers is where I get stymied. And and it's one digit too long to read it like a phone number, which would be my like go-to odd brain G-World thing to remember like a number like that. But it's one digit too long, so I can't do that. So I did the fives in a bunch. So I went 295555723. And I did it that way.
And then you think you did too many fives.
So no, yeah, but that's what I think. Like I locked it down, like I isolated the fives. I put a little rest. If you think of it musically, like if you read music, I do the 2-9 and then a little rest, and then the 5-5-5 in a triplet, and then a little rest, and then the 7-2-3 in a triplet. So it's 2-9-5-5-5-7-2-3. And
now, see, I gotta do it like 3 digits, 2 digits.
No, don't even tell me because you're gonna mess me up.
Like 2-9-5-5-5-7-2-3.
But then you short 1-5.
No, I got 3 fives.
Oh, you did it
in
at the
there.
beginning. You did it. Nobody's going to fucking find me on Twitter by the time we're done here tonight. They're going to be all over the place.
295 55723.
Oh, I couldn't do it like that.
Okay.
Because I would be like 295 555 5575 23555. I'd be forget it. I'd just be spitting fives out like Joe Biden peeing on the rug in the Oval Office.
Yeah, it's like you can't. Yeah, once you get going with the fives, it's hard to stop.
And five is like one of the more fun numbers to say. It's a good, aggressive, percussive number as it comes out the mouth and rolls over the lips. 5. It's a strong, powerful number. Anyway, get on Substack. It's $6 a month. $6 a month, 21 cents a day. Get on Substack. And get on Twitter if you can find us after that debacle right there.
I'll get that link for Twitter put back up after we're done too.
All right, good. That'll help because I made a mess of it.
Yeah.
And Linda, I don't suppose you have anything to say going out the door, do you?
I have nothing more to say.
All right. I'm done too. Thank you, everybody, for your support here on PCS Nation, on Substack, on Facebook still, on Twitter, wherever else we are. I don't even remember. Anyway, YouTube, all that. Couldn't have done it without you. Can't do it without you. Thank you so much. I love all you guys, and we'll talk to you on the platforms tomorrow. Thank you, Linda, and we are out.